Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tactical Tuesdays with Final Fantasy X One-Man Sphere Grid Run. Wow, is that not an awkward title, but I can't really think of a better way to title it, so that's what we're going with. Today we have a commentary post-mortem,
Riku!
or post-recording. You know how I've been complaining a lot recently about my recording software being really buggy? Yeah. It decided just to not accept my mic, and it didn't record any of the commentary, despite the fact that it told me it was. Nevertheless, we arrive on Besaid Island, a pretty beautiful tropic island that has one of the most mellow songs in the entire game. And we will be meeting a good chunk of our party here. But before we go and actually talk to anybody, let's head over here, because we need to get something very important. Open this treasure chest from the back, and obtain the Moon Crest, one of 3 items necessary to get Yuna's ultimate weapon. That won't come into play for a very long time though, so you can just pretend we never got that chest at all. While I swim around grabbing treasure chests and other things, I will comment that because this is a post-mortem... That's the term I'm going to use. Because I'm recording the commentary in post, this part will be a little bit scrubbily cut. I am going to be basically leaving in the cutscenes so that you guys can make sure you're up on plot and all that sort of stuff. See what decisions I make as far as dialogue options, stuff like that. But since a lot of the commentary that I come up with in the first place is relevant to the
Things were starting
game
to look up.
while I'm playing it, my initial reactions, my initial thoughts. Doing it after the fact is never as good, because you know how things go, how battles resolve, all that sort of stuff. It's not a good way to do it, and I avoid doing it as much as humanly possible, except when times like this, where it just is like, software no worky.
You know, amateur. Who you play for?
The Xanarkin Abes.
And as we get a couple of odd stares, we begin using this excuse.
Forget that.
And it will be an excuse that we use over and
my head's all
over and
foggy
over.
like.
Sin's
So, I don't
toxin
know where
makes
this
us
place is, or
believe
even where I came
craziness and blah blah blah
Sin's
blah blah.
toxin got to you, but you're still alive. Praise be to Yevon.
I wonder if they have any scientific evidence for the
All right, back to
existence of Sin's toxin, other than,
I'm Waka,
well, he was near Sin,
coach and captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother.
and now he's an asshole.
What? You hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
Here we find that
I felt like I could trust this Waka, so I just had to ask.
Waka confirms Riku's story, and that
It's true Xanarkin was destroyed.
basically
right?
we are
1,000
SOL
years
for
ago?
getting back
So
to
it's
Xanarkin,
just a big
at least as
pile
far as we're
of rubble
aware,
now,
because
isn't it?
it's been destroyed.
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work. And then, well, take a look. Sin came and destroyed the machina cities. And Xanarkand along with him. Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, Sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand. What gets me, though, is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when. Of course, we must always repent for our sins.
Projected on their son.
It's just that it's hard to keep
Oh, no,
at
wait,
it
this isn't
sometimes, you
Halo.
know?
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
It's a global conspiracy. They all want you to believe that
So you
Xanarkin
from the
is blown
Xanarkand
away.
Abes, that was a good one, huh? Hey, I'm not saying that team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that be pretty soft, eh?
I appreciated the fact that Waka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now, I just live life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to
So we
feel
will be
better
adopting
already.
the drifter
A little
ideology, which
Maybe.
is basically our driving plot reason behind sticking with Waka for the time being. A quick heal. I'm not gonna actually save or anything. And here's the track that
Hey, it's
is
this
a
way.
candidate for the most mellow track in the entirety of the game. Boom, smack on the butt. And we're going swimming. Now, I hate to deprive you guys of the song, but this part is nothing but swimming to the next, from point A to point B, so I'm gonna cut this. Be back in a second. And we're back, kind of. During our swim, we encounter a
Where'd he go?
cutscene, so I'm just gonna
Got a
let this
favor to ask
play,
you.
and
You want me on your team,
I'll
right?
come back in a minute once the cutscene is over, as it doesn't really warrant any talking or anything like
Major
that.
Blitz tournament's coming up. All the teams in Spira will be there. It's so huge, I'm sure someone there will recognize you.
Other than to foreshadow, I guess that's this
You
purpose.
can go
it's
back
to
to your old
foreshadow.
team, right? It'll be fun. What do you say, huh?
Anyway,
Come on,
I
come
will be back in a
on.
minute. Enjoy the music, if nothing else.
Sure thing.
Dude, our team is gonna rock, eh?
I thought then that Blitzball and Sin were the only two things that Spira and Xanarkand had in common. I wasn't too far off either.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5. I joined the Aurochs at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years, and we never won a game. Well, after last year's tournament, I quit. Time seemed right. So, after quitting, I got this new job, yeah? But every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
10 years without a single win will do that.
My first match last year was my big chance. But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Nice excuse.
Hey, hey!
So
Holy
you
plot
want to win the
dump,
next
Batman.
tournament? Go out with a bang.
Just checking in to say, other than
So,
the
what's
fact
our
that
goal?
this cutscene is just about
I don't
over.
care how we do.
Coming up here, there's
long
going
as
to
we
be
play our
another
best.
walking from point A to point B with
If we
nothing
give it
in the
our
middle.
all, I can walk
So
away
I will
happy.
be cutting at the end of this
no,
cutscene straight to the next
If I say,
cutscene.
what's our goal? You say, victory!
Isn't this fun?
When you play in a
Early
blitzball
game
tournament,
RPGs
you play to
where you
win.
have nothing to do but walk
Victory.
from cutscene to cutscene.
You're serious?
Anyway,
Ah, the one from the sea.
Be on guard. There are fiends on the road today.
After surviving your run-in with Sin, 'twould be a shame if something happened now.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Huh?
cruise of what?
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Cool. In return, come tournament time, I'll make sure we take the cup.
That is a promise that we will be able
About
to
the
keep.
Crusaders, you can ask them
but
yourself.
not without a
They
hell
got
of a lot
lodge
of
in the
great
village.
difficulty. Though I have strategy to make sure that we don't actually lose the Blitzball tournament. I will discuss that when we actually make it there in a couple of parts, though. So, for now, more cutscenes. Hooray! Oh, well, loading first.
Be safe, village.
They got any food there?
We'll get you something over there later. Take a look around first. Let's see. The Crusaders' Lodge is over yonder. Luzu and Kata are usually there. All right.
You'll hear that particular beat
Over here.
throughout a couple
Huh?
of songs
What's up?
if you pay attention.
You do remember the prayer, right?
Here you can earn some respect points with Waka if you say I don't remember. If you say I don't know any prayers, you remain at 0 with him. If you're speedrunning, basically the only reason to
I didn't know it in the
say,
first place, to tell the
I
truth.
don't know any prayers
Man, that's
is
like the
if you're
basics of the
speedrunning,
basics. All right, I'll show you.
as later on there comes a cutscene where whoever you have the most respect points with,
Go ahead.
you ride with them on a vehicle and talk with them. If you have Oren as your top, it cuts like a minute out of the whole conversation cutscene and everything, because there's not a whole lot to talk about with him at that point
not
anyway.
bad.
You've had plenty of time to talk with him prior.
Okay, now go present
A little bit of
yourself to the
trivia,
temple
just in
summoner.
case you're trying to
Any
run the
Blitzball
game.
player would know that prayer. It was the Blitzball sign for victory.
With that, I'm gonna cut out me running around getting treasure chests and talking to people, and I'll come back in the temple, or I think in the Crusader Lodge. True to my word, here we are in the Crusader Lodge. I am looking around for something important here. I know it's here, I just don't remember exactly where. There it is. The Elbed Primer Volume 2. We now know B. Now, let's get accused of
Hey,
being a conspiracy
You were attacked by
theorist
Sin,
or something
right?
like that.
Recently, was it?
I think so.
So, Sin can't be far, right? You're not hiding anything, are you?
Why would I?
If Sin's nearby, it'll attack the island for sure. But it hasn't. I wonder why.
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything. To tell the truth, I don't even know what the Crusaders are.
You're kidding, right?
Sin, the toxin. Gotta tell him who we are.
Yes, sir. The Crusaders are sworn to battle Sin. We have chapters throughout Spira, accepting all who wish to join our struggle. The hero Mihen formed the Crusaders 800 years ago as the Crimson Blades. Later, our ranks grew and we called ourselves the Crusaders. We've been fighting Sin ever since.
What? You've been fighting 800 years and you still haven't beat it?
Well, we've steered Sin away from towns many times. And that's all we can do. Nobody's ever been able to defeat it. Our mission as Crusaders is to protect the temples, towns, villages, and people of Spira.
So, then whose job is it to defeat Sin?
Is Sin's toxin really this bad, sir?
It does seem rather bad. We could just tell you, but I think it better for you to try and remember. Go pray at the temple. Perhaps Yevon will help you regain your memory.
Anyway, moving on. It's time to head to the temple and get a plot dump about the religious organization or aspect of this game. Don't worry, it's not religious as in regular controversial religion. It's religion as in video game controversial religion. Being the, for lack of a better term, agnostic or atheist in this game, we are skeptical of everything we hear and see.
It was
there.
then, standing in that place.
Not so much that we don't even believe, it's just a lot more of we've never seen or heard, and so we have no reason to believe. Nevertheless, it is here that
I
we
began
will
to
meet
realize how
an
different this world
important
was from my
character,
own.
and we will be meeting her in a little bit. In the meantime, I will be quiet so that you can listen to plot after I figure out where the hell to go.
10 years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Oh, what's a High Summoner? I got too close to Sin's, toxin. It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The Summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become Summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
Amazing summary, Titus. I'm gonna run around a bit, so I'll be back in a sec. I ran around.
Sorry,
I am back.
Take a nap.
Back in Waka's area anyway, or house, I should say, area. Jeez. And so what we are going to do is we are going to sleep to progress the plot. Because when we are half asleep, things will happen, such that we
You could
were
at least go see
aware
how
of their
they're doing.
existence, but not
Can't
so
interfere.
aware
It's a
of
rule.
But it's been...
our own actions, you know. We can claim deniability. I was asleep. We also get an awesome dream. I'll catch back up with you when we are nearing the temple.
But it's been nearly...
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so? But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
Waka? Is something wrong?
Here we are at the temple
summoner has
after a
returned
short
from
walk.
the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
Huh?
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials.
Lovely
Beyond
monkey
is where the
sounds from
apprentice
Titus.
summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
So someone is in there somewhere, and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
Once again, just an
day's
amazing
already
summary,
gone by.
Titus.
Is it
You
particularly
should go and help out like
dangerous
Cliff
in there?
Notes or something like that.
Sometimes, yes.
That's a lie, Waka.
Why don't you go in and help?
Absolute bullshit.
There's already
lie.
guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Here's where this whole
Hey,
agnostic
but what if
thing I
something
was
happens?
just talking
What
about
if the
comes
summoner
in.
dies?
We're like, if somebody's
The
about to
precepts
die,
must
we
be
should go
obeyed.
in and
Like
deal
I
with
care.
it. And everybody's like, no, you gotta let them die if they're gonna die in this way. Yeah, like I care, what you say.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
Here we are introduced to a brand new game mechanic, the Cloister of Trials. It is an entirely puzzle-based area that is basically switch manipulation and pattern recognition and a little bit of puzzle, general puzzle solving. In the future, will probably cut these out. If you're desperate to see how they're done, there are easy, quick walkthrough setup guides and other YouTube videos. They are boring to watch because it's a puzzle in which you run back and forth, back and forth. And I am going to be cutting out almost the entire run of it. I'll show the opening bit to show them, I'm going into the cloister. I will then show a quick piece grabbing a treasure chest. I'm going to show it right now. And we'll be grabbing treasure. I'll show the treasure chest grabbing aspect. We've just put in the destruction sphere. And true to its name, we're going to destroy a priceless ancient temple and literally obliterate beyond repair the wall because we vaporized the rocks that are used to hold that wall together. Simply because, as you see that symbol that just briefly appeared, every treasure chest hidden in the Cloister of Trials is a key to a secret puzzle much, much later on. The last aspect of the Cloister of Trials that I will show is the conclusion, which is what this is.
Hey, it's okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here.
It's a little bit disappointing to think that.
Very important.
Think about
So
how
what
we
about
just
you?
solved it solo.
Me? I'm a guardian.
The next two
A guardian?
Cloister of Trials, I think, it takes a team of 6 to solve it, and then we just kind of nonchalantly blow through it.
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at
Also,
every
Titus,
temple
why
in
does
Spira.
that thing surprise you? You just literally
Guardians
watched
protect
a circular orb blow up a wall,
The guardian's in
and
there
it wasn't
now.
a grenade.
One of them's got a sure fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far,
Escalating commitment from Waka.
might as well go all the way.
That's a spirit, Waka. We could totally turn around and walk out, and they'd never know we were in here. But, screw it.
What are you doing here?
Meet the party.
Didn't think
They
we'd
are
be
the
able
most
to
fun
handle it.
people to be around.
No, it's,
Look at
it's
this.
just...
It's a bitch and a silent dude. I think that's why they call
I
it a
told you
party,
she gets
because
mad
it's
easy.
just fun, 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 fun. Fun like a Nazi party, maybe.
Is the summoner all right?
Who the hell are you?
Who are you?
And thanks to our amazing superpower of plot progressing anytime we show up somewhere, despite the fact that the summoner has been in there for a day and we haven't heard anything, the second we show up, hey look, doors are opening, things are happening, people are coming out. And there she is in her entire full glory of the, I'm gonna call it the oxymoronic entrance, because she is barely able to stand on her own feet coming out as we meet her. But yet, by the end of this, she will be such a powerhouse tank that everybody else will be reliant on her. That, of course, is Yuna.
I've done it. I have become a summoner.
She is the only person who will be moving along the sphere grid, with the exception that I mentioned in part 1. It's now time to see what a summoner
Man, was I
actually
surprised.
does.
And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
So let's go outside remember how to walk. And see the summoner's power put to the test. Because she's not a human being anymore, she's now a living, breathing circus show who lives only for other people's entertainment.
What? Ow!
Wait till you see this.
I can't see anything.
Ready?
Okay.
Get used to this little cutscene, by the way. We are going to be seeing it a metric fuck ton, because for quite a while we will be using this lovely demonic bird thing to fight the enemies. Not in the grinding, you guys won't see that, I will cut that out. But you will most certainly see a whole lot of him in boss battles and scripted fights and stuff like that. He is in fact one of the stronger Aeons that we will ever get, if you bother to level him up. It's interesting because as soon as we get the next Aeon, spoilers, we're getting more than one Aeon, our summoner
I'd never
can
seen
summon
anything
more than
like it
one
in my
thing.
life. Sure, it was a little
As soon
scary,
as we get the next Aeon,
but still,
it seems like
I
there's
could
no
feel
reason to ever
a
use
strange
Valfor
kind of
again
gentleness coming from it.
the first Aeon or the better Aeon dies. That is not so, however. Valfor, by the way. I will not be changing any of the Aeon names.
I remember that night we talked for the first time.
Valfor, though,
I didn't know it
he is
then,
one of the best.
but after that night, everything changed. For everyone. For me.
You'll have to take my word on it, but I will demonstrate why in videos much, much later from now.
Let me introduce you to the team. This
Here
guy
is the
here
most
wants into the
useless team
tournament
in
so
all of
bad, I
sports
let him on the
franchise
team.
history.
His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd.
Thanks
Come
for
on,
the,
say hi.
The qualification there, Waka. Waka Flocka.
Hi guys.
Charisma.
So what's our goal?
To do our best!
Oh, you guys have
Nope,
such low
we got
standards.
a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win
I
every
will
match,
be back
defeat
when
every
it
opposing
is
team,
better
to bring the
scene.
Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh? Victory! 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 Yeah!
You heathen!
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
And by better scene, I mean being scolded by old women,
But
children,
it was really
and
my
old
fault
men
to
who
begin with.
are so stuck in tradition that they can't get their own heads out of their ass.
I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to? Guess I kinda overreacted.
Just
Oh no.
flawless,
I was
Titus, flawless.
overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
We know a game in
Lady
which
Yuna,
we can
come
climb to
play
the
with
top
me
of a
some
mountain
more.
and talk to a hermit to get some herb. We might be able to get you High Summoner.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
That's right, wave.
You can tell me all about Xanarkand.
Ooh, shots fired. But she seemed sincere.
She's cute, yeah?
I'm going to be going for her because the relationship between Taita and Yuna...
Don't get no ideas.
Titus and Yuna
No promises
is
there,
canon,
big guy.
so... screw it.
Hey, but what
I'll
if
play
she,
canon.
like, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen.
Now, Walker,
If you
you're
get
gonna be
tired, let me
eating those
know.
words.
I had a bed made for you.
And I'm cutting straight to bed because there is nothing better to do. Except for hear the best voice clip in the entire game.
Stay away from the summoner!
I'm sorry? I didn't hear you.
Stay away from the summoner!
Your voice is just...
Stay away from the summoner!
I really don't understand what you're saying, lady. But, you know what, I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
Ready for... Good.
Where's that boat?
Everyone will find us if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me to Xanarkand?
Hey! You said you'd go with me!
Oh, hey,
I thought Waka told you not to get any ideas.
He did?
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming! You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball! Oh, what's the matter? Gonna cry again? Cry, cry. That's the only thing you're good for.
I hate you.
Huh? What'd you say?
You have to speak loudly.
I hate you!
Huh?
That's the spirit.
You can do it!
I hate you!
He's dead, okay? Dead.
Thanks for screaming that, Titus. Here we get a look at the characterization of Lulu.
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Yeah, but...
A dress made out of bells.
Excuses again?
That's not an excuse. That's a pretty valid reason, Lulu.
but...
That's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
She's pretty bitchy. He was drowning. Of course we needed to bring him up on the boat. Excuses again? Valid reasons again.
Scary. So...
You don't know the half of it,
who's
kid.
Chapu?
My little brother, Chapu. He looked like you.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it.
Well, we know how,
I first heard on
what
the
the
day of the
Crusaders'
tournament.
real goal is, so...
Oh, so that's why.
Maybe he's a rock star somewhere.
I became a guardian to fight Sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother.
That's the human spirit for you.
After the next
Conflicted on every
tournament, I'll
front.
be a guardian full-time. I know it kinda looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Yeah, you got good intentions at heart,
Don't worry.
Waka.
I mean,
We'll let you do it.
I owe you a lot.
And there's that.
You
really
really
are saving our
help me
ass.
out, you know?
Helping you.
What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
And with that heartwarming scene wrapping things
You're
up,
embarrassing me.
we're gonna hop back to bed, and I will call this a part. Next time, functioning commentary. Later.